But I will not proceed until we are given a ruling on the two issues raised by my seniors. We seek direction on how to table the evidence that we have and how we will get a ruling on the public participation. The governor is pleading to be given a chance to table her evidence. The Speaker, Honorable Ayub Bundi, says when your brother Omari was speaking, he mentioned a difference between honorable members and your team. He stated that he knows the division in this house and he cannot step on the other side. Anything you'd like to table in this house must go to the House Business Committee. You cannot do it when you're on that side. You must be on the side where the members are. I was wondering, Mr. Speaker, sir, how was Mr. Mutruma possibly supposed to get to the side where the members are? Was he supposed to organize a mini election in Meru County, become elected as senator for the temporary purpose of participating in these proceedings?
Now, as you can see right there, the Meru County Governor Kawira Mwangaza's legal team is currently presenting, or rather defending her. We are waiting to see exactly the stand that the Senate will take. All the 47 senators are expected to vote either to support or rather uphold her impeachment or dismiss the charges leveled against her by the Meru County members of Assembly. Now, we shall be letting you know about that in a couple of minutes. Remember that earlier on the House had directed that they will be in until around 11:30, 11:50 p.m. Well, we shall exactly keep you in touch with that specific breaking news. Now, senators are now demanding the impeachment of public, or rather the host of Public Service Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria over his disparaging remarks on the House on the Oster proceedings of Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza. Senators were expressing disappointment concerning CS Kuria's statement on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter, poking holes on the evidence and charges tabled against Governor Mwangaza, saying they do not warrant her impeachment.
Governor Kawira, the most serious offense is that she does what Kikuyus call kuangalia watu manyira. That offense can take you to hell but not to jail. Certainly not a ground for impeachment. This is one of the tweets posted by CS Kuria on his X account on Tuesday night pertaining Kawira Mwangaza's impeachment motion tabled at the floor of the House. A number of senators are now calling for the ousting of the Public Service Performance and Delivery Management Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria over his sloppy conduct in office. Another tweet was also posted calling out 13 senators over the ongoing impeachment hearing against Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza, saying that they were being misled by external forces. The 13 include Aaron Cheruiyot Kericho, Jackson Mandagowe Singishu, Hilary Sigei Bomet, Alex Mundigi Embu, Samson Sherargei Nandi, and Senkilenku Ole Kanar Kajiado. Others include Fatuma Dulo Isiolo, Abdulhaji Garissa, Kamau Murango Kirinyaga, Wahome Mwamatinga Nyeri, Kathuri Murungi Meru, Enoch Wambua Kitui, and Otieno Kajwang Homa Bay. In their rebuttal during the second day of Mwangaza's impeachment hearing, the senators demanded that an absentia be made on Kuria's unbecoming conduct and that he be let off his duty. The lawmakers registered their dissatisfaction over Kuria's repeated frivolous remarks over crucial government bodies and said he should be summoned for questioning in the Senate.
Is done above Moses Kuria. There is more embarrassment coming. That one I can guarantee. Mr. Speaker, what is most hurtful is that even after your communication, the CS who ordinarily should be asleep thinking about how he's going to make the lives of Kenyans better had the audacity to fire off another tweet on material that was presented before this House. Mr. Speaker, what I want us to do, honestly speaking, action must be taken. I am actually made aware by the members of this House who represent us in the PSC that Moses...
I just want to generalize my comments because there's an observation I have made. Many of our leaders want to destroy institutions who have a responsibility of making sure that our country runs properly. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Moses Kuria is somebody I've been in Parliament with for many years, including yourself. To a large extent, we have found him extremely intelligent and somebody who made sense. To some extent, he makes himself look such a foolish man, you wonder whether he even ever stepped into a parliamentary house.
I don't think that such conduct should just be reprimanded and left at that. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge you that this particular cabinet secretary who uses social media to disparage the House, to refer to matters before the House, to speak of the House in a manner that is extremely demeaning, that this particular person be summoned to appear before the House and to be summoned to substantiate those claims that he has made. Because, Mr. Speaker, those kind of utterances have got the effect of belittling this House and taking away any credibility this House would have in future impeachment.
And when I see just a log CS gets out there to make some very funny comments on social media, it is very, very embarrassing, and he is not serving, or whatever he is doing is not for the best interests of the Meru people. And I want to warn him that they should keep off Meru affairs. Let them concentrate with the work that he has been given by the president.
Consolata Chibalonza, EBN TV.
Now, the Council of Governors say they are set to review the state of devolution 10 years after its introduction. The Council's chairperson, Anwai Guru, says they will review strengths and weaknesses of devolution and chart on how to improve service delivery to Kenyans.
Number 3, we are supposed to realign the strategy. Number
I hope we will be able to
Now, on matters security, Interior CS Professor Kithure Kindiki has warned that the government will not be reluctant on its quest to restore peace and order in the North Rift region. Kindiki has also noted that no person will be spared, including members of parliament found culpable. Speaking before the Parliamentary Security Committee, CS Kindiki noted that the government is ready to counter any security threat.
Speaker, I know I'm going to get into a lot of trouble with many of my friends because when crime visits the things that we do on an everyday basis, then we'll part ways with so many people, including my dear friends. We must resolve our grievances peacefully, amicably, within the law. It doesn't matter how long it takes, and it is possible. But to incite communities against each other, to incite a community to go and attack another and take their property, to incite the community that is offended to take up arms and go and retaliate and revenge, that is not acceptable. No country is ever built on such foundation.
And a section of KCC exam centers heads have been suspended following allegations of involvement in exam irregularities. Speaking in Mombasa County, Education PS Belio Kipsang earlier today said that they will not allow anyone to compromise this year's examinations' integrity.
We continue to deal with everybody that is trying to disrupt the processes of examinations. As late as yesterday, we have discontinued a few people who are playing mischief, be they center managers, be they our officers, anybody who tries to play mischief with our examinations, then we are quick in taking action. And as I said, we have not had any case of early exposure. That I can say with confidence, that we've not had any case of early exposure. The only thing some of us have come to realize is that I think this thing of uploading some of our papers into the social media, I think it's an addiction to some people.
Now, the government has barred tertiary institutions against employing new staff members as the government is working on cutting down expenditures in the public institutions. Education CS Ezekiel Machogu has stated that the move has been necessitated by the need to stabilize tertiary institutions that have been facing financial challenges while at the same time improving the quality of education.
I want to thank the administration and ask them and all other universities that yes, we require right-sizing, we require downsizing. We have said that you have to focus on the core functions of the university, such that all universities, the only recruitment they will be able to do when it is necessary is for the teaching staff. The non-teaching staff, when natural attrition or anything happens, we have said no more recruitment until we sort out the financial challenges that we have in our public universities. That is why we have come up with a criteria, a formula of identifying those of us who come from backgrounds that they cannot be able to pay any amount of money when they come to university, and the government will be able to provide for that in the form of scholarship. So we have a combination of scholarship and the loans which are given by Higher Loans Education Board. Like again, I promised the first years last week when I said yes, we have been doing some analysis. It has taken a little bit of time in order to determine who comes from where and who should be able to get what kind of amount. And that exercise, I'm happy to announce, it was completed, and we have now released 5.2 billion to the first years in the form of loans.
Now, youth from 12 countries have congregated in Mombasa County for the Global Opportunity Youth Network, which helps them to showcase their ability in different crafts and skills using the internet. Now, the initiative is also aimed at promoting talents from grassroots level. Toromo Dennis with the report.
Youth drawn from the 12 countries are in Mombasa for the Global Opportunity Youth Network, which is meant to help them to exchange ideas and opportunities between themselves as well as get empowered from the Global Opportunity Youth Network from County Government of Mombasa and other institutions.
Young people and partners from Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, USA, Senegal, India, South Africa, Tanzania and Kenya. So I think that for us this is such an important moment, and we are really honored to host the Global Opportunity Youth Network.
Speaking at Swahili Port Hub, where the youth have congregated, Swahili Port Hub founder Mohamed Noor says it is a great opportunity for the youth to use the platform to showcase their talents and skill as well as to learn from each other.
Privilege to have the world around here, and as government we can only say that our role is to provide an enabling environment for those practitioners actually to thrive and to do things in the best way possible so that our youth can be empowered. So that's the reason, as the County Government of Mombasa, we're here to support this initiative. There are many more initiatives that are coming. We've been working with Swahili Port for a very long time. There's so many partners who we've been working with just to ensure that the youth are actually empowered and get their rightful space.
To identify the best ways that young people can get support to get a job, become an entrepreneur, support their own livelihood or their family's livelihood. So it's really about economic opportunity, but the difference is it's not just one program that we are trying to replicate in lots of different places. It's trying to build on the existing talent and assets of every community and young people in those communities.
President William Ruto's daughter Charlene Ruto says the initiative is set to reach many youth all over the country as they plan to move from the big cities to start reaching out to the youth from the village level who tend to be left out.
For me as a youth champion, what this means is that the opportunity is within our youth. All that is remaining is for it to be nurtured, to be brought out, to be watered. And I love that Swahili Pot and the various international partners who are here today have come to support the youth in Mombasa. And we're moving away from just doing things in Nairobi. It's our capital city, but we need to move to other cities, we need to move to other villages, we need to move to other counties, because the youth are not only based in Nairobi, they're based across Kenya. So I love this program that we are doing. I'm looking forward also to learn a lot. Earlier, when we were in Nyali and Kisauni, we actually had a panel where it was the youth who were speaking to us. None of us went on the platform. The youth spoke to us. They told us about their initiatives, what they are doing, how we can support them. And that's truly how we can begin to support our young people, by stopping, talking to them and allowing them to talk to us.
Toromo Dennis, EBN TV, Prime Edition.
Many thanks to Romo Dennis for that specific report. Now on matters politics, ODM party officials from Southeast Alego Ward in Alego Songa constituency are formulating strategies of countering the UDA party wave, which has started to infiltrate the region. Led by their member of County Assembly, Scholastica Madowo, the ODM officials lamented that UDA agents have started penetrating the area and poaching some of their members. Mado also complained that UDA agents were luring people through handouts, a trend that they have vowed to counter by all means and ensure that ODM party strength is not shaken in the region.
So we are aware of the happenings on the ground, and we agreed that it's a democratic right for any party to go into any region to seek membership. And we are aware that UDA has already infiltrated our area. That's their democratic right. What we are doing is talking to our people and sensitizing them that we as a party, we have a stand. And our stand is to strengthen the economy of this country so that our people can live decent lives. We haven't seen any hope in this new leadership of UDA. What we have been seeing are empty promises. What we have been seeing are castles being built in the air. But in the reality on the ground, we are poorer than we were before the UDA government came in. And that's what we want to expose for who they are.
Na kwa chama ya ODM, kwa constituency. Jambo ambalo ningependa kusema ni ya kwamba sisi kama wanachama ambao tuko ndani ya chama. Kwa sababu inasemekana kama wewe ni Mkatoliki, unaamini kwamba wewe ni Mkatoliki. Lakini sisi kama vijana tunaamini kwamba sisi ni wanachama na tuko ndani ya chama. Na tunamheshimu Baba Raila kwa sababu yale mambo ambayo yametutendea kama sisi vijana. Tunajikakamua kwa maana tunasikia kwamba kuna hiyo chama ya UDA ambayo wanaingia kwenye eneo letu la Southeast Alego Ward. Na hiyo jambo si nzuri kwetu kama sisi wanachama, ndio kwa maana siku ya leo tuliamua kukaa na mbunge wetu wa County Assembly ya Siaya, eneo la Southeast Alego Ward, ili tujadiliane kuhusu hiyo jambo kwa maana alitufurahishi sana kama sisi wanachama.
Now on matters UDA party registration, members of the United Democratic Alliance UDA party in different parts of the country have come out to discuss on the possible ways of improving the parties, or at the party in the grassroots levels before the planned elections in December. Speaking in Kandoi in Bungoma County, Collins Mohongo, who intends to vie for the party's Secretary General position in Bungoma County, has said the party's leadership needs to insist on free and transparent elections to allow new faces to take the lead.
Mimi mwenyewe nitawania kiti cha katibu mkuu katika County Secretary General ya Bungoma County kwa sababu nataka kuleta damu mpya katika siasa ya Bungoma. Unajua saa zingine mkikuwa na kitambo sana mchuzi haiwezi kuwa tamu sana. Leo tutaongeza roiko kidogo. Tunataka kuweka vijana wengine katika siasa ya Bungoma.
Mimi leo nashukuru sana hao members wetu wamekuja, tumekusanyika pamoja, tumefanya mikakati ya chama na mnaona vile chama cha UDA kimeweza kushika kabisa na kinaendelea kupanuka, pia tulipata pig catch Mheshimiwa Wycliffe Wangamati. Leo tumepata pig catch nyingine Mheshimiwa Collins Muhongo, na tunaona kama tunaendelea vizuri. Tunataka tushike Bungoma na tuwe vizuri na tuchukue viongozi by 2027. Tunataka tuwe tunaongoza hii mambo ya assembly na tuwe pia tunaongoza mambo ya MPs hapa Bungoma.
Kuregister katika uchaguzi unaokuja.
All the candidates not have a problem in terms of registration. Let all them register and we face the people. So we are asking the UDA and the leadership to make sure that there is no bias, there is no discrimination. All the categories, I am sure when I looked at the list, there are so many categories, meaning they have tried to cater for all categories of people in the site.
Now, away from matters politics and focusing on agriculture, coffee buyers from Western countries have expressed dissatisfaction with the amount coffee farmers in the country receive after their coffee is exported. Speaking during a tour in different coffee factories in Nyeri County, the buyers from Germany, China, Turkey, among other countries, complained of the difficulties they face while buying Kenyan coffee at the international level, yet farmers only receive too little of the proceeds.
It was very interesting, or eye-opening rather, to see the struggles that the farmers here have to go through, and the amount of effort that they're putting in. Basically, it's for passion, because it's not for profit. So they're very proud people, obviously, for their coffee.
Kahawa yetu tutakuwa tukiuza direct, sio through brokers. Sasa tukiwa tunauza kahawa, tunaongea na mnunuzi, anatuambia hii kahawa yenu tutamnunulia pesa fulani.
The problem in Kenya tends to be that we end up paying very high prices and farmers actually earning relatively low prices. So the difference between what we pay for Kenyan coffee and what farmers get is very high in compared to other countries.
We are really hoping to bring more benefit to the farmers, because even China is a very big a country in farming.
Now, in matters health, Pumwani Maternity Hospital says it's ready to launch the Pumwani Mashinani initiative, which is in line with the government's agenda of achieving universal health care for all. Dr. Mercy Mwangaza, the chairperson of Board of Management at Pumwani Hospital, said the task force formed by Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja has improved service delivery in barely a year since it was commissioned.
And we've invited you all here today because we have two big milestones for this hospital. One is what we are calling our journey to 100. As we speak today, we are 97 years old, and in 3 years' time, Pumwani will be 100 years old. And this is very monumental for a hospital that was founded 97 years ago, and particularly with the governor's initiative that Nairobi must work. We have been commissioned on an RRI by the governor to ensure that we improve the services in Pumwani Hospital. And our motto really is customer obsession. I'm sure you've heard the governor talk about that, customer obsession. And therefore, what we've done working together as a team is set out various initiatives through which we intend to, one, improve the services that are available in Pumwani, and number two, ensure that the community around us is familiar of what we have to offer in Pumwani, and that we've sensitized them, one, on the capacity of workers we have here. You can see I have a big team, excellent staff, nurses who've worked here for 20 years, 13 years, doctors who've worked here for a really long time and who are so passionate to ensure we get good health outcomes. Our second initiative is known as Pumwani Mashinani, and this is essentially in light of what His Excellency President Ruto launched, essentially bringing health to the community. And so Pumwani shall follow that cue, and we shall be engaging with members of the community starting this week. We'll be offering breast cancer by doing breast examinations, making sure we are fighting against diabetes in pregnancy by offering diabetic checks, making sure we are fighting against hypertension in pregnancy by offering services in the field where the community is.
Well, that right there marks the end of EBN Prime Edition tonight. Many thanks for tuning in. But remember, we shall be active on our socials, specifically to do with matters Kawira Mwangaza's impeachment motion, or rather hearing that is currently ongoing at the Senate, with the senators expected to vote either to uphold her impeachment or dismiss the charges leveled against her in a couple of minutes from now. Remember, earlier on, according to the notification given, they shall be having the proceedings all the way to 11:50 p.m. tonight when they will have voted. We shall make sure that you have that specific breaking news on your socials. Also, it will be coming right away on your phone from wherever you will be, exactly from here at EBN TV. My name is Samia Dika. Do have the rest, or rather, do have a wonderful night ahead.